Good afternoon. My name is Adam Fernandez, and I want to thank Mr. Alan Stout and Mr. David Picorni for having me in to discuss the opportunity to come work for Fox Sports Midwest as a baseball broadcaster. I currently hail from San Antonio, Texas, but I do come from a family of sports fanatics. My father is a diehard Miami Dolphin fan and a diehard St. Louis Cardinal fan. Made me a St. Louis Cardinal fan as well. My older brother is a diehard Texas A&M Aggie fan, as he is a former student of that institution. I do come from a legal background, which implies that I have a very analytical view on everything, to include sports. I do currently love the broadcast of St. Louis Cardinal baseball with Dan McLaughlin, a very high energetic announcer, Al Roboski, who is possibly the best color man in history. The Mad Hungarian knows more about baseball than you and I will ever know. And of course, the entire Buck family. Joe and Jack are absolute legends in this industry. It's always been my dream, ever since I found out that I couldn't play baseball because of health conditions, to one day announce baseball, to be a part of the team in some respect. My first introduction to baseball came in 1985 when my mother took my brothers and I to Rosenblatt Stadium in Omaha, Nebraska, to watch the Omaha Royals take on the Louisville Redbirds. Rosenblatt Stadium, of course, being the former home of the College World Series. But it was love at first sight for me. I fell in love with baseball that day. And when we were living in Arkansas, as my dad was in the Air Force, so we traveled a lot, but when we were living in Arkansas, we made a trip every summer up to Busch Stadium to go watch the Cardinals play a series. In 2017, I started a podcast on Facebook and on Facebook Live and on YouTube called Fourth and a Mile. It actually initially started off as Underdog Sports, but because of fear of copyright infringement, I decided to go ahead and change the name to Fourth and a Mile. The main point of the show was to discuss my opinions on mainly Major League Baseball and college football. You can still view the content and listen to how I announce sporting events, because I did also do some announcing on the podcast as well, and it's still available on the YouTube channel, Fourth and a Mile. My qualifications come from getting my bachelor's degree at Full Sail University at the Dan Patrick School of Sports Broadcasting. There I gained a 3.7 GPA, took courses in vocal training for sportscasting, broadcast for advanced technology, as well as new media tools. All of that in line with my legal background, I think make me a pretty hot commodity, in the sense that I can look at things analytically, analyze the game, and still interview people at the same time, and provide a thorough view of baseball for both the fan and the possible aspiring fan of baseball. From Full Sail, I started locally announcing college football here with UTSA, the Roadrunners. Go Roadrunners. And then I also did some radio broadcasting with the San Antonio Missions, here pictured as the San Antonio Flying Chanclas. So I do have the background in sports broadcasting, as well as the education in it as well. My first memories in life were of baseball. They were of the greats like Vin Scully telling us one time that in the year of the improbable, the impossible has happened. It is Jack Buck pleading with fans to go crazy, folks, go crazy, when Ozzie Smith hit a game-winning home run in the 1985 National League Championship Series that sent them to play the Kansas City Royals in the World Series that year. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up the greatest baseball announcer of all time, Harry Carey, who is synonymous with not only the Chicago Cubs, but baseball as a whole. And of course, there is the great Bob Uecker, who is a legend in Cardinals baseball, in the sense that he played for the Cardinals for a little while, but he's more of a legend in the announcing field, as he's the current announcer for the Milwaukee Brewers. And of course, I think we all know his best line ever was in the movie Major League, when he told us all that That pitch was just a bit outside. I do have a love for this game.